Hi guys, welcome back to EMC Kopu channel YouTube, and we are here again for another Big Talk Show Talk series. Which today we are featuring a student from MRSM to Abdul Razak, a Form 4 student which is also a PRS, which is Siti Safura. And today's topic will be feeling and emotion about how we interpret and respond the world around us. So without further ado, I want to introduce our guest today, which is Safura. Hi Safura, how are you today?
Hi. I'm great, thank you. How about you?
I'm okay as always. So first thing first, would you like introduce yourself, like tell the listeners about who are you and where are you living and what school are you from?
Okay. Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Siti Safura. You guys can call me Safura. I'm 16 and I am a PRS from MRSM Tun Abdul Razak.
All right. So in PRS, what position are you taking?
I'm a vice president.
Yeah, okay. A good position, isn't it? So we are ending our semester, right?
Yes.
I myself, Form 5 this year. I just finished my Form 4 second semester. We are like all MRSM and all Form just taken our final exam, and that was really hectic to have 1 month of exam, like lagi-lagi paper IGCSE, right? Like
Yeah.
IGCSE have like science paper, 11 paper, isn't it?
Yeah, we have
There's
a
a
lot of
lot. I
paper
can
since
what?
we have to answer both formats from KSSM and IGCSE, so it takes around 3 weeks to answer those papers.
Yeah, like I don't even can imagine how many papers and there's a lot things to actually cover, isn't it? Like I myself
Yeah.
at Form 4, like there's a lot of topic to cover and there's a lot of subject, including the hafazan and also the ulul albab subject itself, like macam okay lah, chill lah, macam uh, zero zero situation, but still that it's really hard, right? Like uh so um for today, for tonight, we are not going to be so serious. We are not to be like so we just have to be chill, because we are talking about emotion and we are talking about feeling, like how we interpret and respond the world around us as a student, as a teenagers, and also as a human itself. So without further ado, I will ask you our very first question. It's okay. It's
Okay.
just a beginner. Very first question about the understanding itself. So Safura, what do you understand by the feeling and emotion, and what do you think the differences between both of them?
I did some research on this because I didn't know there was a difference between feeling and emotion, and it was a great knowledge to me. From what I got is emotions is something that unconsciously felt as a human. It comes naturally within events that you experience, such as you can feel emotions like sadness, joy, anger, fear, that comes naturally from you, and the actions that you react to the events also come from emotions. For people that have anger issues, this is a common topics to be talking about around social media. So for people that have anger issues, they may throw some things or hit people when they feel anger. And by feelings, you embrace that feelings. That's why you feel it. For example, you feel tired because you continuously doing work, but you can overcome it. You can overcome the feelings because you stop yourself from feeling that. That is the difference.
Yeah. So how about happy? Because we are happy unconsciously when we got something, and also sometimes we are happy like after we are doing some job. Like for example, we are passing all the papers, like we are happy for doing that. Before that, we are really anxious, like we are really anxious, like really scared about how we can get all the papers done, like how happy can be justified. Maybe the feeling or emotion itself, or both of them.
Emotions. It's like you okay. It's like this. Um, you feel happy naturally. Like okay, you got the papers and you're like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm so happy to get my papers back. Like, what is the result of my efforts and my hard work? So that is what your emotions are, and what your feelings are is after you react to it. After you see the result of it, whether you are satisfied or not, that is feelings. Whether you not satisfied, then maybe you can motivate yourself to be better. And if you are satisfied, just keep on doing the great work you are.
Uh, Understand, like it's just it's kind of like post action feeling, and also before action emotion, right? So like, okay, we are understanding about how feeling and emotion really define right now. So like we have to know that, and we have to understand that the emotion come first in any situation. The emotion always come first and the feeling come second, where the action is taken, or the action is already interpreted by our brain and be respond to the world around us, right? um so we are going to move to another question about the problems and also the hiccups that that's happening in our surrounding. So I think it's all about the experience itself lah. It's not about the major problems. It's about the experience itself. Because I think this is the main topic of it, about the feeling and emotion. So what is your worst emotion or feeling that you have been suffering, or you have been experienced in your life, Safura?
To be honest, it was when the first lockdown happened. I myself got addicted to social medias, and when you were exposed to social medias, you will acknowledge a lot of experience by others, like what they went through, what the events that affected them, and I somehow become paranoid and overthink a lot before, and it affected me badly until it was one night where my mom suddenly asked me why I act different, and I opened up to her. That was when it became better. So you just have to you just have to like be yourself. Like do not be affected by what people went through. You can take that as a advice, but do not let them affect you. That
uh,
was the worst
that
experience.
we have to be lucky if there are person that want to hear about our experience, and also want to, you know, like solve our problem, like take care about our feeling like that. And that is the way that you are overcoming that your problem, which is your mom asked you about your feelings, and also how you can be acting like weirdly, uh, just around her, like it's really lucky to have those moms that really understand us, right? So there are certain worst situation, like I myself, I have been experiencing. I think the worst one is being, I know, like I don't know, like what, or how would you say, like macam being backstab, or maybe being backstab, maybe like you are having a good relationship between this person, like it's not the person, it's not like my friend, it's like another more than friend, like I don't want to say it, it's not it's not like that, it's not my,
It's okay,
it's
I
not the,
understand. I understand.
no, no, it's not my friend. He or she is the teachers, like that
Oh,
lah,
okay.
more or less lah. But more or less lah. But you understand, right? It's not the, before it. It's not that. It's not that one. Okay. like I have that experience. Like I really really have a good relationship with him or her. Like when it come to one this time, like I don't know how it's happened. Like I think I'm doing good with them, but suddenly the the acting really like giving me a really really like bad feedback from what I'm entering or what I like joining this because of before this I'm tried to like join the SRC selection for the election, right? So
Yes.
and after that, this is really shocking me. Like I myself, I'm entered the interview, and then I even being interviewed by the TPCO, like TPPP, the TPPB, sorry, and also the counselor, like to interview for a one student. And after that, it's really I think I'm doing that good because I have interviewed like almost 1 hour, I guess, like 40 minutes like that interview. And then I really enjoy myself like that lah. Macam the teacher also give a good feedback like, okay, maybe you can get it because you already entered SRC like 2 years ago. Like maybe you can lead those EMC, those SRC again this year. Like okay, I'm like okay. And then suddenly when it comes to the like the nomination and also the candidate announcement, like I don't get it. Like okay, I'm okay. I just macam okay, chill lah. Like no hal lah. Like no rezeki. Like lepas and then I'm suddenly got call from the teacher, and then suddenly he talk about like macam I have a leadership problem. Like really really like out of nowhere, uh, he tell me that I have a lot of problem with this. I'm so, tak lah, like it's okay. I don't get it. Then it stop there. That you don't have to tell that it's your work to do that thing. That's bad thing. Really, it's kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid for me. Macam like if you want to do it, then do it yourself. Do it alone lah. Don't sampai kantoi. But for me, it's really affect me. I even go to my physics teacher and I even cried behind her, and she even pat on my back like to stay strong. Like I don't know, I cannot force myself to stop like crying at that moment because it's really hurt to know that there are there are person that you have trusted before, that the trust that you put to that person suddenly being tortured, suddenly being neglected by that person. And you have and when you figure out about that, there's no reason to do that, there's no benefit that they would get from you yourself. Like you are just a student like that. But I already apologized to him just like 2 months ago. Like after 6 months, we don't talk to each other. Like I don't know why he did it. I macam relax je, like that. And then once I apologize to him, like I don't know it's my fault or him, tapi but I apologize to him. Like I'm sorry for being rude or something, like being not talking to you while like that lah. And then he like suddenly like cakap I'm okay je. Dia cakap like dia cakap macam tu kat I okay je.
How about you? Are you okay?
I okay lah because after that, like 2 days after that, I got the announcement. I got the what we call it, the announcement lah. What I got the endorsement that I am selected for the what we call it exchange student to the USA like this July. I'm like it's okay. Like at least I have that berkat a bit because I'm not being that rude to that teacher. I don't know. It's okay. Like that is one of my worst experience being tortured in terms of emotion and in terms of feeling. Because before this, I'm also like bully victim, I guess, like that lah. Tapi but I really recover from it. I overcome it by not hearing those voices like from the starting itself. Like I'm survived. I survived to become a successful 17, even though no I would get say ASPM or not. Like, yeah, I'm proud of myself to become survive until this point. Like you also have to be you also have to feel proud of yourself because you already survived to this point. Like we can even talk to each other. Like yeah, kalau tak kita tak ada kat sini, ke alam lain dah.
Betul, betul. I actually had an experience like this, but it's not a teacher, it's a friend where he okay. I opened up a lot to him and he opened up a lot to me. So
Alright.
we were best friends. We were best friends, okay. And then suddenly out of nowhere he ignored me and he stopped talking to me and I was like, what did I do wrong? I asked him like, okay, if I did something wrong, tell me because I will apologize and I will improve myself. And then he just he just keep quiet and just ignore me and I was like, okay, do what you want. Do what you want. I stopped talking to you and then I randomly asked him about his school and he suddenly talked to me like nothing happened and I was quite taken aback because I was like, oh, so you didn't apologize for doing me like that. And but I should be lucky and I should be grateful enough because he didn't use my problems as something to threaten me. So our relationship is kind of up and down right now, but I don't care. I don't care at all. So I don't
Yeah.
think it's the experience.
Yeah. It's not good thing. Like I don't know what is their problem. I think there's something problematic in terms of awareness, I guess. Or it I understand that they just do it for fun, right? Let's just do it for fun. Maybe for their personal reasons. I don't know. We don't know about
You
their
don't
feeling.
know.
We don't know about their feeling. That's why we have to figure out it right now. Because we have to be understanding like those problematic person also have problem. It's not really we are the only one who become problematic and have to suffer that situation. Maybe they are suffer a lot of problem before and they want to express it, but we come across to their life like, okay, aku lepas kat kau, like tiba-tiba we suffer, tiba-tiba we suffer like it's okay. It's okay. Okay. So I think we have to move the topic, maybe the subtopic, we guess. The subtopic about the desire and also the needs, between the desire, the needs, and also the wants around the, like the around the us teenagers itself, where we are becoming adult, we are adulting right now, like we are transforming from a child to become an adult,
Growing
and
up
we
to be an
we
adult.
are growing up through teen age. Like, do you really think, uh, really think that the feeling and emotion should be made in terms of making decision itself, in terms of making a crucial decision, maybe in education, maybe in the club that you have to join, maybe in the competition that you can join, or maybe in the relationship that you want to tie, maybe. What do you think?
Personally, I think that emotions and feelings being a big factor to your making decisions because it can affect a lot. For example, if you have to be in a group with someone you don't like and you take it in a very bad way, so you don't involve at all in the group work, you didn't do your work, you just because that person was in your group you neglected everything. That is wrong for me because even if you don't like that person, you don't have to make that person as a big effect in your life. Just do what you want. Just do what you need to do, and don't let them like, if you do it like that, you just make that person has a reason like why they hate you or something. You just make bad impression of yourself.
Yeah, understand. Like to me, there are certain reason why we have to, like we have to prioritize our feeling and emotion itself before we make our decision. For some example, is when we want to demand something lah. We want to demand something. We are really teenagers. We are demanding like, um, so like in this situation, I think there's a lot of teenagers are out there that really think that all their needs is their want. Understand me? Like, do you get me?
Yes.
All their needs
Yes.
is all their want. Like,
I have a friend
um,
like that, so I know that. I
yeah,
understand that a lot.
yeah. Like to me, it's really a wrong concept of understanding that in about the adolescence maturities itself. We don't have to think like we can get all that we have we can get like we can get all that we want. Like we have to think about the give and take concept. Like if you want to have something and we if you want to demand something that you have to work for it. For example, if you want to have a present from your parents because of you excel in your examination, then it makes sense, right? Like if you don't even have any effort to do something and you don't even have any effort to or pay attention to your friend, then how can your friend give you a kind of appreciation or a kind of attention to you? Like you have to make the first move, right? Like because you are
Yeah.
demanding in the first place, so it's really torture your feeling and also emotion. Like uh suddenly you are really upset of your friend because of they don't give you attention, while you don't even treat them as much as they deserve and they, as much as they have to be treated, but you deserve them. Like if they want to talk to you, like you don't really, like you have really much work to do. Like I don't want to talk to you. Like siapa you? I tak kenal. Like
It's like you're expecting more from the other side, but you didn't even give something for them.
yeah, and suddenly those person come to us like bestie. But before that, they even bad talk us like no, no,
Oh my god. I do feel
no,
that.
cannot lah. It's our routine hari-hari. Joking. It's okay. Like it's one of the process of growing up. It's one of process of being an adult. Like yeah, we don't have to make an excuse actually, because nowadays we already have been exposed with a lot of things. Like there are even tech talks, there are even awareness that being shared through the social media that kononnya we are already addicted with. Actually we have to know that those things that we have to gain respect from it lah. Like don't even treat person as much as you want to treat, but treat person as much as you want to be treated, not as much as
True.
you want to treat them, like that. So I think it's really important to have a feeling and emotion control in terms of mental health management. Like nowadays we really hear a lot of like thrilling story, I guess. Like it's really gory to hear a student, like a 12 years old student, like have suicide themselves. I think that it's not logic. Like macam you are just 12, so what is your problem? Like right, like but still we have to understand that those person really needs a lot of moral support and they have a lot of problem. Like feeling and emotion should be synchronized with the mental health management. Like we have to really make things crucial, because those management will really tend us to and also will support us in terms of our study and also in terms of our future itself. So how do you think that feeling and emotion really important in mental health management, Safura?
I personally think that it is very important because it will affect on your mental health. For example, your mindset. Will it will continuously change if you keep on relying to your emotions and feeling. If you take your emotions in the negative way, then your thinking will be negative too. So that is why you have to being mature and actually think of yourself and other people too. Not only think about you yourself. It is important to prioritize yourself, but that doesn't mean you have to ignore everyone else's feelings and thoughts.
Yeah, true. So in terms of feeling and emotion in mental health management itself, like to those person who actually don't even experience mental health management, there should be understanding to those person who have mental health issues. Like these problems comes when for an example from the patient, the mental health patients in our school, like suddenly they got a condition like the really anxiety, or maybe like that they're really conscious of something unconsciously, some doing something like they don't even want to do. Like we around that person have to be understand and have to calm her down, or maybe we don't have to take kid seriously. Like don't take it seriously about what she or he is saying. Like maybe it's really tortured our heart, because I have been I have been texting my friend about this. I have been discussing about this today, like this morning, about there are one this student example. In this situation, there are one student, like she really she have a severe, not a severe, like she has a mental health disease. So in certain situation, the condition becomes severe when she will start rebel and start to saying stuff to all this person around her, and it's
Unconsciously.
really unconsciously, like she don't even want to do that. It's really a condition that happen in her daily life about her disease lah. So my friend asked me whether we have to take it seriously, like macam is not isn't it a sin to actually make people tortured, like you saying stuff to them without even apologize, because we understand it's your problem to have a disease, but is it our problem to heal our heart, because we already being suffered because of what you are saying. Like tell her, I tell them lah, I tell them like it's really macam it's all about the society's awareness lah itself. If you have a severe mental health disease, then you should have also an appropriate treatment. Like don't let it be, then don't let the condition happen. Like if you depressed, then take your antidepressant pills. That you can do that. You can have that effort and you can do that. So don't even burden your friend, or don't even burden your surrounding persons to actually understand you yourself, but you don't even understand those person and don't even take any effort. Like you don't even take your antidepressant pills, you just let it happen and let it release to your friend. Like I don't even know why those persons still don't get a proper treatment. Like yeah, it's still happening in ourselves. So I'm asking you, is it your job, is no lah, isn't it our job, is it our job or others person job to actually take care about our emotion and feeling itself?
I think it is true that we have to understand the person's conditions and all, but I think it's okay to be hurt by what they say to you, but don't take it too don't take it too hard. And but if they do it like frequently, you should maybe start to advise them to get a proper treatment. I think it's kind of hard to get a proper treatment, especially when you are studying, because you will have to keep up with your studies and you have to heal yourself too. But that is what important, because until when you have to rely for people to understand you, but you don't even put an effort to heal yourself. You just rely and depend on people. That is a troublesome for people
Yeah,
to.
it's troublesome for people to, yeah. True, true. Like, if those person in our society have the, like the, um, enough awareness on that, we have to understand other person, and other person also have to understand us. That if we are understand each other like properly, like all the things never happen, and we will live harmoniously and we will live peacefully in this work. Like that's really happening in our work, because I don't know why people are not taking it seriously, but it's really matter to have a good condition of mental health, and also a good feeling and emotion understanding between, like the two-way understanding. Like it's not, our job, it's not our job to understand you, but it is our job to understand you, like that. It's both thing, that it's not our job to understand you properly if you are not understand us properly. Like if you want us to understand you, then understand us as much as I have to be understand, like that, and vice versa. I think that's proper, that's better lah, in terms
I
of feeling
agree,
emotion.
and they should apologize if they said something or did something that hurt other people. That
Yeah,
is appropriate.
true, true. So I think that's a really a lot of problem, like in terms of feeling emotion. First is when we are dealing with the person who really don't have a good management in terms of feeling and emotion. For example, they have an anger issue, or they have a severe, like, I don't know. They even get angry easily. I don't know. But some person are really cool themselves. They don't even react to those person who really torture them. They don't even react to those person who backtalk them, or maybe saying stuff in front, like kebal yang amat. I don't know. But those person are really respect lah. Tapi there are a lot of way to heal ourselves. Like we don't know what they have been, like undergo, they have been experienced until they have that good kind of feeling and emotion management, right? But some kind of person, they have a lot of something that they have been experienced, and those things really really teach them how to be a really heartless, or how to be a really selfless person. But for those person, they don't have a really good experience, don't have enough experience to deal with, and they even get being childish, and don't understand person, and wait person to understand them, barulah diorang nak faham kita. Like, yeah, that's kind of person that have to learn a lot in our society. That's because we are growing up, there's a lot of person that we are meeting, and we are going to meet a lot of people out there, like we don't know who they are, we don't even know what they
What they
feel
went through.
themselves, what they want to do, what is their attention, what is their intention to actually meet us. Just because of attention, they want the attention, or maybe they want our help, or maybe they want to become the true person who come to us and also support us, and we also have to support them. So I think that there is a lot of things that we have to figure out, because feeling and emotion really really important in terms of mental health management, because we have to study a lot, right? Like I want to ask you some question lah, because in the introduction we are talking about the papers we take like 3 weeks or 4 weeks straight. Like
Yes.
I don't even know how we can, like how we can manage, and how we manage to actually focus on those papers. Like I don't even get my result yet, because I don't know why. My teachers, maybe my school, made it lately. I don't know. Uh, but still, we are figuring out. Like, I want to ask you about how do you manage your feeling and emotion during the exam week. I know the exam week lah. The exam season, I guess. The exam months. How do you manage to still being a good condition, like cool, like lecture, chill je, like tetap slay walaupun ada papers like that.
If I'm being honest, like if I'm being real honest, I'm not a hardworking person. I'm not a hardworking person. I do what I want to do. If I do want to study, I will study. If I don't want to, then I do not study. So by the time exam, usually people will get stressed and people will feel a lot of burdens, especially when you have a lot of papers to answer. But me, I just, you know what, if I if I am confident to answer the question, answer the subject, I will not study it. But if I don't feel confident of it, I will study. But tu pun macam sikit-sikit je lah. So that I
Yeah.
think that's how I
Uh,
take care of myself.
do you cry during your exam weeks? Jujur lah, jujur.
No. No, I didn't.
Then you are really strong yourself. I even cried during the exam months because it's really hard to cover all the papers. Like I think I don't remember how many papers. 29, I guess. A lot of them in the months.
That's a lot.
There's a lot. I don't know. I have to cry. Tiba. Like it's okay. It's our job to heal ourselves. That's a, a way to heal ourselves. We don't even rely on other person to heal. Like we know our way. We know the method to heal ourselves. So subconsciously, I want to ask you, how do you heal yourself whenever you have the worth, or maybe you have a bad emotion and feeling experience? For example, you have been neglected by your friend, or maybe those persons saying stuff to you. Like, how do you heal yourself and how do you manage to overcome that situation?
if I if I am a person that I don't give a lot of care about those people. Like you do you, I do me. That is the person I am.
Yeah, I like.
I don't take those kind of actions to affect me. Like okay, you don't like me, then I don't care. That is you. That is your problem. You don't like me. It's not like I like you either. So I don't really need to heal myself because like you know what, I just don't want to care about other people. I do what I want to do.
Yep. Do you even have an experience where, I don't know, maybe a senior, not a senior lah, a batchmate or a junior, like backtalk you, like you even hear that in front of you? So what would you do? Oh no, what did you do?
I did experience this a lot of times. Even until now, I do experience this, and I was just like, oh, okay. I don't know what, like I don't know what kind of right actions to do. I just okay. I was like, okay, you don't like what behavior I was doing. Macam, you don't like my behavior. You should talk to me. You shouldn't talk it to someone else and just keep on talk bad about me. Like okay, if you don't like that behavior of mine, talk to me myself. Like I'm okay. I'm a human. I tend to make mistakes. I'm not
Yeah.
a perfect person, so just talk to me. I will improve myself. But if I do think that is wrong lah, if that is just a childish thought because you were jealous of me, or you were, I don't know, just do it for fun, then I don't think I will change that behavior just for you.
Yeah, like we have more than you. Like we work for ourselves. Like if you want to backtalk us, then go lah. Uh,
Cool.
Go lah. Sementara you have your mouth with you. Like before it's gone, then we are okay because we already do it for our we already do it for us. We do it for ourselves. Like we already nail it. Like
We slay.
it's pay our effort to have it. Slay gila. Like yeah, talking about that, I have those experience like people, I don't know, like not bad talk lah. I think bad talk lah. Bad talk, and also in front pun like saying stuff to me, like even as seniors, or even seniors, like even seniors do that. Like I am really ashamed with those situations because to me, for a person to have a lot of experience, outside the school or maybe inside the school, going out and meet a lot of person, going to competition and win even goals to internationals, I guess. Maybe even go to another country to have to experience those, like to meet all the different differentiation of person and variation of persons. Like actually, those person have to treat this person like they have a lot of experience that they have learned before. So for what reason you have to bad thought them or you have to saying stuff to them just because of you feeling jealous to them? The right things you have to do is you have to listen to them, and also you have to ask them what are the recipe, or what are the secret of them become that successful person. Because if you want to be that successful also, then you have to know what they do, and you have to so that you can follow it. Because for the person who actually managed to be at that level, we are really struggle to make it happen. So whenever there are person who want to be like us or want to reach what we already reach, so for us, like, it's okay, then we will tell the method, and we will tell all the ways to become like us. Like, we would really more than happy to share our experience, and also to have a lot of person to get that too. So I think that's not really make sense to have an emotion of jealousy in terms of making us a good achiever. For example, a co-curriculum achiever or an academic achiever, that you have to start asking them how can they do that, how you have what you have to do to manage to get to that state and that level, that you have make sense lah. You have to ask them, and you have to improve yourself, not just bad talk them, and not to be a constant person. Because if you are bad talking person and you are saying stuff to person, jealousy can make you a constant person. Like, you are being a constant state, I guess. Because you are not even changing, they are changing, and they will be a good person, and they'll even be the best person in the world, but you are still a that person. I think it's just a such a waste of time of you. Like, you even have to do another thing. You have to study instead. You have to struggle for your pitching, I guess, so that you can join those competition that they even joined before. Like, you have to do something to beat them. If you feeling challenged by them, if you jealous by them, then go challenge yourself to become like them too. Not saying stuff to them, not bad talk them with your friend. Like, it's not really proper, and it's really stupid and shameful to do that, right?
True.
Like, I think you also have experienced this, right? I don't know how to manage those person, but personally, we just, like, macam, I okay je, like, cakap lah, like, right?
Go on.
Okay, so I think those things that we have to take note for in terms of feeling and emotion management is simply the thing that we have to really become a positive person to have a positive outcome in our life. But like, in terms of, if anything happen in our work, first thing first, we have to take things consciously. Don't really work it unconsciously. Like, for an example, if anything happen in your life, please take it consciously. Like, you have to think before doing anything. Emotion always come first before the feeling, but you can control the feeling and emotion. So how do you think, Safura, how do you think emotion and feeling supposedly can be controlled by us?
For me, I
And
think
what
it
are
is
the steps?
okay for you to be jealous or to be, to be angry about certain things or certain people, but do not those emotions take 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 control of you. Like,
Control.
you decide what you reactions and your actions should be depends on the emotions. For example, the jealousy you just said right now, just now, we said that your friend was jealous about your achievements. I think for me, if I am your friend, I will be so I will admire your achievements. I will look up to you a lot because I feel like you must do. you must work hard for that. So I somehow will ask you and appreciate you, and just because you did a good job in doing your achievements. So I think I will take a lot of advices from you. But that doesn't mean you can't be jealous. You can be jealous, it's okay, but do not let them take over you.
True. Like we have to grow up with the like the beauty with brain terms lah. It's really 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 take part to have a beauty with brain actually, because we have to be a one person that can go far out there, and also we have to manage our feeling and emotion in terms of being a successful person, not the dumbest person that only jealous for the other person on their achievement, also on their success in their life. So I think that's a good thing to know that we can control our feeling and emotion, but it's already your choice and your job to control it, not ours. Right.
So I
So
have to agree with
uh,
that.
yeah, if these things, I think it's really really works in terms of independence lah. It's really really work independently, because I think feeling and emotion really really we have to treat them independently. Like we have to learn from the experience itself to become a emotionally and emotionally manageful person. Like for an example, if we are not experiencing those things, we are not going to learn those things. So do you agree that the feeling and also the emotion management have to be taught at school? Like the teachers have to teach them how to manage their feeling and emotion in terms of not being so independently learn them, but also have the pedagogy and also have the assessment itself in terms of feeling and emotion.
I have to agree that it is important to learn to overcome your feelings and emotions, but I don't think it is necessary for it to be uh, something that should be taught in school. Like maybe, okay, not everyone learn emotions and feelings in the same way. Like some people may take it negatively and some people may take it positively. It's up to the person, but you can ask people around you like how they take care of their emotions and how they overcome their feelings. That is how you grow up. So I don't think it's a need to for you to be something that should be taught by teachers. You just naturally doing it by yourself. That is matter.
Yeah. So meaning that I think that it's all about the diversity of human itself. We are born into this diversity world. There are a lot of variation of person. There are a lot of variation of people. That in terms of to achieve the unity in diversity itself, we have to unite and become one of the society and ask those person like how they have managed those things to become a emotionally managed person. And also I think that it's really good to hear that maybe it's just some of implementation that have to be made by the schools, or maybe have to made by authorities to actually improve this thing. Because in order to become a developed country like USA itself, like we are developing country, right? Malaysia, like we have to really really think forward about how we can achieve those achievement, also those success, before we are thinking about how, like feeling and emotion feeling and emotion management is not a big problem that you have to be taught by the society and also by the authority itself, because we have a lot of things to do. Like we have to do the economical things, economical development to actually increase our what we call it, our ranking of the world. And also we want to achieve the developed countries state. And also in terms of that, I think that it's really really good for us to actually maintain a good feeling and emotion management, because it's really really happen when we will, like I think that the feeling and emotion come first in terms of achieve any success or what we want to get in our life. Because it's really really happen when you don't have the feeling and you don't have the emotion in the right way and the proper way, that you can even get it, because you don't even have the, like the effort that you put, that you don't have the right emotion to actually work for it. You don't know what you're working for, and you don't have the passion to actually work for the success that you want to achieve in our future. So I think there's a lot of implementation that have can be made by the authorities itself. So how do you think the authorities can add up in the, like to improve feeling and emotion management in our society,
The common
Safura?
thing for me to do, to activities to do, is help a campaign or an awareness, especially for people to be aware of their surroundings, to be more understanding of people around them. For example, like strangers, they may not know each other, but they also don't know what they went through. So with awareness and and campaign that be made by authorities, they might they might care, or they might think more about the person they've just met. So they will take care of their heart. Like maybe they don't say something harsh unconsciously, or they don't do something that might hurt other people.
Yeah. So I think that it's really good to hear that. How do I say that? Like is some situation, we have to know that we have to work for it to actually get something that we want. That feeling and emotion, really, really, we have to put aside that thing. Like actually there's a lot of things that we have to learn from the experience itself, because like the experience is the best teacher to to teach us about how life is really about, and that's really, really affect our life. So I think as a student, if we don't get it seriously and we don't even focus on what feeling and emotion really can take us far or behind us, that's a really, really, like a waste of time itself, because you can be the person how that you want to be, you can be the person who you want to achieve, but because of that silly feeling, you cannot achieve it, because of that feeling, because of that jealousy feeling, because of those lazy feeling, because of those shy feeling. Even you don't have to being so shy, or you don't have to be scared of being a successful person, or do what you want, because in terms of feeling and emotion, you have to know that there's a lot of person out there who are really understand you, who will be listening to you whenever you are feeling suffered, whenever you burn out, whenever you break down, or something, like in achieving those successful in your life. Like you have to know that there's a lot of person that would hear to you, there's a lot of person to pay attention to you. Like we are here to listen you, but you don't have to be stressed about that. There's a lot of person who care about you, I promise. Like don't even get anxious for that, don't even scared to do something that you want to do. That go for it, as long as you can go for it, do what you can and do what you want. There's nothing can be a barrier for your life until you will be the one who actually don't force yourself to become the person that you want to be, and to become the person that you can be in the future itself. So last but not least, last word from Safura to all the listeners. What is your advice in terms of feeling and emotion to become a successful person?
Okay, for me, uh, every person has different experience. So what you went through might not be experienced by other people, and you might not go through what other people experience. So each person has different experiences, and that's what taught them about their feelings, about their emotions. So I think it is good for you to understand people. Like, okay, it's like just stating your opinions. If you're feeling some kind of way toward a certain statement or a certain event, just just speak out your thoughts and share your opinions, and that's how you change your thinking, and that can control your emotions and feeling to be more matured and grow up. That's all from me.
Yeah. So last but not least, I want to say that thank you so much for all the students who are watching us right now, and also thank you so much to Safra for actually joining us tonight. Like she has a lot of thing to do, but she still managed to join us tonight for this feeling and emotion thingies. That's really good to hear from her, from the peers herself. Like thank you
Thank you
so
for
much,
inviting
Sakura, for
me.
joining us. All right, thank you. No problem. So this will be, like something for you from EMC itself. So wait for it. And also thank you for all the students who really, really joined us. Like we have another 7 episode, I guess. This is the third episode. We have another 7 episode. Next week we have another episode, the fourth episode on the 17th March. So wait for it. It's all the 17th March is all about the indirect aggression ourselves. It's about the action that we as a teenagers don't really aware that we do it, but it's really wrong to do it consciously and subconsciously. Like it's really good topic to cover up. So we have a lot of interesting, and also matured panels from MSM Johor Bahru, MSM Baganato, and also MSM Felda perhaps after this. So you have to really, really stay for it. So stay tuned, stay on Beat Talk, and also good night to all the students who are listening us, and also thank you for joining us again. Like, yeah, bye,
Bye
bye, bye, bye,
everyone. Thank you for
bye.
watching.
All right, thank you so much. Bye bye.